So today I'm going to be reviewing the PD1161 pen display from Gaomon, an 11.6-inch digital display tablet with IPS screen technology that comes with a battery-free stylus, 8 express buttons on the side, and is compatible with Windows and Mac. So before we get into the longer version of this video review, I just want to save you some time and give you my summary. I did really like this product, and some of the pros are that it has very good form factor. It's compact while still holding enough space for the 11.6 inches screen. Also, you can get some really good lines with the stylus. It's also fast and quite responsive. And the express buttons, the 8 express keys, also felt really good. They didn't feel wobbly, especially because of the good form factor once again of this product. And finally, the price point is also really good, especially for the value you get here and when compared to other models. Now, for the only couple cons that I found on this product is that first, the lack of a stand that comes with this tablet. I did find that this is especially important if you are drawing for longer periods of time each day. And secondly, the calibration of the stylus is pretty much a must before you start using this product. It's something that you do want to invest a little bit of time, making sure that you are diminishing the parallax effect as much as possible. It is important for me to say that the team behind Gaomon were kind enough to send me this device for this review. So although I would consider this a sponsored video, the opinions in this review are mine. So for a while now, I have been searching for a combination of using my iPad and Procreate, and that is for starting on sketches and elaborating on ideas, and then combining that with a display tablet that can take my illustrations into the computer and finish them at a higher resolution, allowing me to play better with colors, effects, making print posters, and all that stuff that's possible to do in more powerful programs. And that's where the PD1161 may actually come in handy, as both devices will fit easily on your backpack, that is if you need to travel or take your illustrations anywhere. Bear in mind, of course, that this display tablet does require a computer, so you will also have to pack something like a laptop or have a computer at the destination place in order to keep using this device. So in the contents of the box, we see the tablet display, which comes nicely packaged with a film protector that also tells you that the display has a matte screen protector already applied to it, which is something that in my personal experience is super important when illustrating on a display device. Personally, I just can't see myself not using a screen matte protector whenever I'm doing drawings on a mobile device or digital display tablet. So next here on the box, we see the stylus, which feels more on the lighter side in terms of its weight, but it has a nice rubber grip with 2 customizable buttons. Then you have the stylus holder, which comes with quite a few pen nib replacements. You have the necessary cables, manuals, and a free drawing glove, which I did use quite a bit during my drawing experience. A couple things to point out here that I actually really liked at first was the form factor of this display tablet actually feels really good. I like the angles that they've chosen here. I like the flat bevel sides, and the buttons have all a very nice responsive click to it, and they don't feel like too wobbly when you're trying to press them. I also like how the display is very flush at the top, and since this is something that you will probably have your hands sliding up and down multiple times as you're drawing and illustrating, it is important not to have any bumps or differences in height of the surface. I also like the quality of the cabling design system. I like the connections, that they were actually well made and nothing felt too flimsy when connecting to the tablet or to the computer. And the connectors actually do feel good, both going on the USB-C ports and mini HDMI ports. Now, one downside that I saw here at the unboxing section was the actual lack of a stand or anything that helped props this tablet a little higher than just being straight on flat on the table. I do happen to own one that works with both my iPad and this display tablet right here, which is from Elevation Labs, so that was actually okay for me, but definitely I see this as something extra that you might consider getting for yourself, especially if you're going to put on multiple working hours on this device. The installation on this tablet and drivers was actually not a problem on my side, but it did force me to change my computer settings and resolution to 1920 by 1080p, which is the native resolution of this tablet, because my computer native resolution is actually 4K, as I use an LG widescreen which is set to 4K on a daily basis. And just using the 4K display on this tablet was just not possible. Even the ratio of my widescreen display was not actually transferring as well properly onto the display tablet, meaning that every time you just want to sit down and draw, it's best to actually change the display resolution to 1920 by 1080 using the PD1161. Also here at this point, I had to overcome a couple challenges. The first one was connected to the fact that I am actually left-handed, in case you haven't noticed from all of my videos and tutorials here on YouTube. So I needed to actually flip the device 180 degrees so that my express keys would be on the right side of my working area. But just doing that with the tablet and going into the software properties and changing and rotating the display 180 degrees didn't seem to do anything, which actually made me start drawing with this really awkward arrangement of crossed hands. It was only after a while that I've decided to check the tablet settings itself, just working on the menu, and after pressing a couple buttons, I could finally flip the canvas to a left-handed experience. So for all the left-handed illustrators out there, don't worry, there is a way with this tablet. Now the second challenge is something that I don't think it is connected to flipping the canvas or not, but it's about the pen's precision according to where you're trying to draw on the canvas. So first, of course, it is important to say that I understand that this display tablet does not have a laminated display, meaning that you will get more of a parallax experience from the tip of your pencil or the tip of your stylus to the canvas that you're drawing. So what you can try to do is to actually go back into the settings in the Gaomon settings here on Windows, for example, and you can use the calibration tool to actually try and identify and tap on the centers of all those crosshairs. I believe you get 6 or 9 points. They have to click on and get all those corners working. And I did that, but it still just felt a little bit off. So I've learned that there is another way that you can do, which first you just have to see how much of it is off and in which direction. So sometimes it could be going to the left or up or down or to the bottom right, for example. So now what you have to do is to head back into the Windows or Mac Gaomon driver settings and use the provided calibration tool once again. But this time, once they ask you to click at the center of each crosshair that you see on the screen, instead try to measure that direction and length of how much the cursor seems to be off, and then click away from the center dot in the opposite direction with the same distance and length, basically trying to counter the effect. So when I did that, that did work for me, and the experience was much better. And it just really helped me to actually get this illustration done. So now in contrast, I did think that the responsiveness and the lack of lag were actually amazing in this stylus, especially not being a Wacom branded stylus or tablet. I did actually think that all of the strokes actually came out really well with good fidelity of getting lines that were not wobbling too much at all. So once everything was finally set up, I did have an overall good experience drawing with this tablet, and I actually found that the sound that it makes from drawing on the screen, because I did use the glove quite a lot, the drawing glove, even though it has a matte screen protector, I did find that the experience was actually even better while using this glove. But that being said, it had been ages since I had done anything or any drawing here in Photoshop, so as you guys know, I've been probably using Procreate a lot, and I really wanted to test out this workflow that I've been talking in this video, which is starting my sketches and color studies in Procreate, but then transferring the work into more powerful applications to be able to finish my illustrations at a higher resolution without really worrying about canvas sizing or layer limitation and other things in this nature. So now that I've talked about most of the basics and beginning experience while using this tablet, let's talk about a little bit more of the features of the PD1161. As I've mentioned, it's a full HD 1920 by 1080 pixels display tablet with 72% NTSC color accuracy on an IPS display. But this is to say that this tablet, its biggest strength, it's really about the experience of drawing, having the express keys next to you, having a good stylus experience, a good stylus drawing experience, and less about color accuracy and getting that color section done on your tablet. It's basically about finishing your illustration and then being able to finishing up the color accuracy at a later stage once you're actually not using this tablet. The Stylus also supports 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity, and the 8 express keys can come quite handy when you need to speed up your workflow, and they are fully customizable to your needs. And I actually use them quite a lot while doing my illustration test. Now for the illustration that I've done while using this tablet, I didn't want to go too deep into it, adding lots of details, shadows, and highlights, but I really just wanted to get more of an overall glance of the illustration experience on this device, while having at the same time an opportunity to use some of Photoshop's masks, effects, clipping masks, and being able to change colors, to do color corrections, playing a little bit with the process and the workflow that I'm really talking about here, that I would like to develop further, of starting things on a mobile media such as the iPad, but then taking it further with a display tablet. So in a nutshell, I would say that I did like many of the features presented here in the PD1161. I do like the size of this tablet. It did not bother me, the size of the screen. I actually did enjoy that is a full HD with almost 12 inches display. And I did also like the form factor of the tablet. The pen also has a nice grip, and I don't really mind that it's not a 4K tablet, because otherwise all the type and icons and all the UI of your software will be super small for a tablet with 11.6 inches. The only things that I actually really wish that came with this tablet was one, some sort of a stand, just because we as illustrators, we tend to actually spend countless hours doing our work. And the other one is that I really wish that the calibration issue was solved from the get-go with this tablet, but it's not really a huge deal, as there are ways to actually get way more precision if you actually tweak, as using the methods that I've described in this video. I'm certainly looking forward for more products that may be coming up from Gaomon, especially the existing laminated display tablet that they have, and doing like a bit of a comparison to the existing experience that we have on other laminated display devices such as the iPad. I think that would be something really cool to see here in this channel. So I hope you have enjoyed this review, and if you did like this video, a like would be super appreciated. And now on the right side of the screen, there's always more content for you guys to watch. One is my latest upload, and the other one is a video that YouTube is recommending you to check it out, in order to keep expanding your skills as a digital illustrator. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.